This year I went a little crazy, maybe a lot of crazy, and bought a lot of pins at Walt Disney World, and now I want to look at them. So, stick around. Hello friends, and welcome to my side of the laundry room. My name's Rob, and in this episode, now that we're done talking about the resort that we stayed in and the parks that we went to, it's time to look at some of the things that I bought while at Walt Disney World. Mostly the pins. I don't know why, but I went a little overboard this year on buying pins. Now, I'm excited because of this endeavor. My wife and I have come up with a cool home project, crafty idea to be able to display these pins and ones that we buy in the future in a more open environment than here in the laundry room. Right now I just have some pin boards here and they're already covered, and with what I bought and traded this time around, yeah, there's no room. But we have cooked up an idea for a larger display area, and it will be in our little den, TV room, Disney room, whatever you want to call it, here in the basement. So I'm super excited for that, and yeah, I just can't wait to get all these nice glinting metallic beauties out in the open. But for now, we're going to look at them together, and I hate to admit this, I forget half of the ones that I bought, so this will be an adventure for me as well. Now, like I said, we did some trading, as we always do, but I won't go over those pins. I'll just go over the ones that we purchased there, and I'll try not to bog it down, but some of them will have some stories attached to it, some explanation, and I will share those, but I can't make any promises that this episode will be a short one because of the amount of pins I actually bought, and yeah, now I'm saying all that out loud, I feel awfully guilty. But anyway, let's take a look, so let's go! Hello folks, here we are at the table, and let's take a look at these pins. Now, in past years, I've just kind of held up the pin and said, here, look at it. And looking back at those episodes, yeah, you don't get to really take a look at them and see how cool they are. So I thought I would do this setup that I usually do for my unboxings and things and reviews. So I hope that the small size of the pin translates to this camera, because this camera isn't the best for really up close things. I mean, one day I hope to update my camera rigs and all that, but for today this is what we have, and I hope it works, and I hope you enjoy. So right now I have all the pins in bags, and they're various bags. I kind of broke them down into different themes and different things, and we'll see what they are as we dig in. So without further ado, let's take a look at the first bag. Oh, okay. These look to be the 50th anniversary pins that I picked up. Now, I didn't pick up all of the pins that were available for the 50th anniversary, but I still got plenty, and they're ones that kind of mean a little bit more to me than the others. As you can see, this first one is Donald and Daisy. We have the 50 here, and kind of, I mean, the thing for the 50th anniversary was iridescence, or iridescence. So we can see that makes its way into the metal of the 50, which is really nice. It's a nice big pin, really good picture, or however you want to say it, good casting of Donald and Daisy, two of my favorite characters. So let's put that to the side and see what else we have. Chip and Bale. Again, we see the iridescence in the metal here, and I love Chip and Dale. They're some of my wife's favorite characters, and the wilderness lodge, or sorry, Fort Wilderness where we stayed, Chip and Dale are kind of their unofficial mascots. So we actually got this at the trading post there.
And again, they look cute and awesome, and they have the 50th anniversary tuxedos on that I forgot to point out that Donald had in his. So, very cool. Here's one with Mickey and Minnie with the castle. Walt Disney World. The world's most magical celebration is what it says here, very small, which I'm sure you probably won't be able to see with the camera. But we have the fireworks here. It doesn't have the iridescence that the other ones have, but a really solid pin. Sorry for any glare. Try to move it around so you can get all the details without the glare. Oh, now this is kind of a 50th celebration thing, but it's a retro design. There were a couple retro shops around that were selling memorabilia and t-shirts and things like that that were sold when the park first opened. I actually got a shirt, like a ringer shirt of Mickey with the state of Florida behind him. And it says, you know, opening in 1971. Very cool shirt. But this is a reproduction of the like license plate thing that they sold on the first day the park opened. They actually were selling the real license plate, but I don't have any use for that, so I thought this was the next best thing, to get a reproduction of it in pin form. You can see there's Pluto, Goofy, Donald, Minnie, Mickey, and here's the castle. The old school logo of Walt Disney World. Here we go. Here's the iridescent of Mickey and Minnie. Here is an iridescent castle with the 50th logo on it. Again, says Walt Disney World, magical celebration saying underneath. But just really cool. I love the iridescent effect that they did on these pins. Very nice. And here's another one of those retro designs because they sold fans. They actually had the fans there at the retro shop. And again, I thought getting it as a reproduction in pin form was a little bit better. And got Goofy's head, Donald, Pluto, the castle, Minnie and Mickey. And it's a little fan. You know, you imagine that if it was a real fan, it would fold up into the handle here and you open it this way. So, very cool. It was weird. One of the things that they were selling at the retro shop that I assume was sold there the first day the park opened were like back scratchers and toothpick holders and your usual, you know, roadside attraction souvenirs. It was kind of cool. But this is a very special pin, and we found it in the Creations shop at Epcot. And they only had a few left and they were behind the counter. But this was the pin that was actually sold on October 1st. And was supposed to be only sold that day. I probably expected that they were going to sell out of them, and they didn't. So they had a couple stragglers. And yeah, very excited that I was able to get this. The castle's done in the iridescent, but the rest of it's pretty straightforward with a gold 5 and the Mickey ears for the O, or the 0, I should say, in the 50. So, very cool. Very happy to have that. So, that bag was all the 50th celebration pins. Now, I don't know what this set is. Oh, Star Wars pins. Now, these, and there's a few more Star Wars ones mingled within the bigger bag here, but most of these were bought at the Walt Disney World outlet that was in Orlando. We had to drive a little bit, like 20 minutes to it. But these pins were a fraction of the cost. And they're pretty cool. I mean, this has the Black Spire Outpost, and I assume this was probably sold in the Droid shop. Now, I'm not that, yeah, Droid Depot down here. Now, I'm not that much of a collector to know what open edition or closed edition or any of that stuff means, but I just thought it's a neat design and really cool. And I went to the Droid Depot last time I was there, so it applies because I was there. Here is this X-Wing. It says Resistance Fighter on it, Black Spire Outpost. Looks pretty cool. And then they had this booster set. Which had the Millennium Falcon. It says Pilot. Here's Millennium Falcon. Never tell me the odds. Here's some Imperial, or some credits. And here is the Black Spire Outpost logo that you see. I almost got this on the hat. But my daughter actually said I should have gotten the other hat that I was wearing earlier that kind of has a skyline of Black Spire Outpost. So I'm happy I got that hat, but this is a really cool design. And they have it on shirts there too, but the price of the shirts are insane at Galaxy's Edge. They're about $10 more than everywhere else in the park for normal Disney apparel, so kind of slept on that one. But very good booster set. Like I said, got it at the outlet. So originally it was $28 and they had it for $14. So you can't beat that. And of course, Grogu is the new merchandise juggernaut down there. And I think they could do a lot more with it. But this was pretty cool. It's a very, basic pin. I mean, it's just kind of a screen grab from the show, but a solid pin nonetheless. So let's dive into the next bag here and see what theme these are. Oh, okay. I think these are rides. Yes. And first is, this is the Mexico pin for Epcot, but it has the Three Caballeros for the Fiesta of the Three Caballeros ride. It says Epcot World Showcase underneath here. And of course I'm going to get something with them on it. I love them. So very cool. Next, Hatbox Ghost. Now, not Disney World specific, because it's more of a Disneyland Haunted Mansion character, but how can you say no to the Hatbox Ghost? It's just an awesome, iconic character, and it's a great pin, as his head is dangling here in the hat box. Have bats here on the moon, tombstone. I mean, it's just a really cool design. And it's Haunted Mansion. I love the Haunted Mansion. Here is Expedition Everest. Bonables. Whew, okay. Abominables. Sorry. Everest Summit Tours. Expedition Everest. Are we there, Yeti? Now, I didn't specifically get to ride it this time, but my wife did, so it still counts as something new that we did at the park. Now, here's a Kilimanjaro Safari's pin. We never got one before, so I was happy to find this one to commemorate our ride and how much we love that ride. It's very nice. Have the rhino silhouette, the trees here. Yeah, just very nice and classy pin. Next we have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. But here it's done as the movie poster, if you will, for The Perfect Picnic, which is how the ride begins before it goes crazy and off the rails. Figurative, well, literally speaking. So, very fun pin with movable parts. It was our first time riding it, so we got this to commemorate it, and we loved it. like I said in that episode from Hollywood Studios, definitely one of our, if not the favorite ride of Walt Disney World for us. Next, I got another Everest pin, this time with this cute little Yeti that kind of slides down the track here. It says Expedition Everest. Just fun colors, fun design, just very cute. And here is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure pin. First time riding it. I mean, it's the first few weeks that it's actually open. So to commemorate that experience, we got this pin. Live the cheese life. But the Eiffel Tower is made of cheese and it's textured. It's got little bumps in it like a Swiss cheese, if you can see that with the camera. But fun ride, fun pin, just a good time. Okay, here's some pins that we picked up our last day. They didn't get sorted, but I loved this. This is like the characters as robots. You got Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Stitch. My two favorite characters, Donald and Stitch. And they look great. I mean, I just love the colors. I love the design. Just really neat. And I saw this in a couple other places as we went along in the parks. But yeah, it was the last day. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to get it. I've been admiring it every time I see it. So why don't I just get it? Doesn't have anything too special or backstory about these designs. It has the pin trading logo because, I mean, I guess they assume when you buy these booster packs or whatever that you're going to be trading them, but not me. I love these designs and they will be displayed proudly. Another booster pack, if you will, that we got was Moana, and mostly it was to get Hi Hi because we are big fans of Hi Hi. And here we got the little coconut dudes. I forget their names. You got Katoa, great character. Love his song. My favorite in the movie. Maui and Moana. And it's one of our favorite movies. And yeah, it just looks really nice. And my kids wanted to get this, mostly for the Hi Hi. But yeah, I'm just happy with this whole set. Great looking characters. You know, just great designs. Happy with this. So that's another bag down. Or no, those were loose in the big bag. Sorry. So let's take a look at these. Oh, wow. Okay. Of course, Donald Duck and Foul Mood written on it. Got an anchor. Or I assume that's an anchor. No, I just think it's a design. Sorry. But Donald Duck, it's multi-leveled. Very sturdy. Big pin. Very nice. And I can't believe I haven't bought this yet. I've seen it before and just can't believe I hadn't gotten it until this time. So, happy with that. Now, this pin we actually got at the Walmart down there. And believe me, the prices at that Walmart were, whew, so much lower than the parks. And I just like this. It's a nice classy design of Mickey. Got 2021 to commemorate our trip. And like I said, super cheap. Here's another one that we got there. 2021 Mickey and Minnie. Got this one, you know, for my wife and I. But commemorate the trip 2021. And we got it at the Walmart super cheap. And it's a cute design. Nice colors that pop. Just very cool. And here's yet another one from the Walmart there. Just a nice basic Donald head. Looks nice. Very cool. And yet another one from the Walmart. Just a nice, the classic Minnie design. I love the colors. The teal of her dress pops and the umbrella. That like pale green. Just really nice pin. Here's one from the outlet. I'll be your Mickey, I'll be your Minnie. Yeah, my wife and I like to get these kind of couple type pins. And I really dig this one. And we see this on a lot of shirts down there. And it's just cool to have it in pin form. And it's super cute. Now, I got this pin for my wife. She loves Winnie the Pooh. And I thought this was awesome. I mean, it's like a rubberized balloon. And Pooh's just hanging there. Very cute. Got this for my daughter. I mean, she loves cats in general. But why is the name escaping me at the moment of this cat's name? Ugh. She says it all the time. God, I'm horrible. I cannot remember. I mean, in my defense, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning while I'm doing this, so bear with me. But it's a cute pin. And we got a couple of her in different designs and formats. Humphrey the Bear. Very surprised to find any merchandise with him other than the totem pole that I got at Fort Wilderness. And seeing that totem pole in real life at the Wilderness Lodge. Super awesome. But this was a character I grew up on with the shorts. You know, where he was versus the park ranger. Kind of a proto version of Yogi. Maybe before, after, I'm not sure. But super cute. Big fan of him. And super cool to find a pin with him on it. Here we go. This is like a gem. Marie, that's her name, Marie. Yay, I finally remembered it. Like a gem pin of Marie. And it's super cute, super sparkly. Perfect for a 9-year-old girl. Super cute and sparkly and glittery. And here's another one that we picked up at the Walmart. I just liked it. I mean, it's has the fireworks, the castle, and Mickey. I mean, nothing special about it, but it just popped for me. I really liked it. So let's see what we have remaining here. It looks like this is going to be a long episode like I thought. Okay, here we go. These are the Halloween pins that we got. And we got this Rocket and Groot. Happy Haunting. And you can see Rocket is riding Groot like a broom. Has a haunted looking castle in the background with ghosts. Just a neat design. And I usually don't get a lot of the Marvel pins. I mean, they're cool, but I don't know. Just something about the Marvel pins. I mean, I don't know. I like the classic Disney pins and Star Wars just because it's Star Wars. But I love Marvel. I grew up reading Marvel comics, but for some reason I just don't go after the pins like I should. But this one was awesome, and it's Halloween. We were there at Halloween, so commemorate that and commemorate a great movie, great characters. Just awesome all around. Next is this design of the castle made out of gourds. I don't know, it's all right, but the thing that I love about it is the colors. They just pop, like this fluorescent orange in the middle, and the green of like the corn stalks coming off the tops here of the castle. Just really cool looking. Even my wife was like, why'd you get that? And I'm like, I really dig it for some reason. And of course, the Halloween pin for this year of Donald. Again, with a stack of jack-o'-lanterns here, and he's stepped on a pumpkin, so he's grumpy. But I love Disney's jack-o'-lantern faces. Ever since the Donald Trick or Treat, which has great jack-o'-lantern designs in it, I just always love the Disney jack-o'-lantern. Just love it. Oh, this is, it says it's a 50th anniversary pin. Got the 50 here of Fort Wilderness where we stayed. Other than this, there weren't any other Fort Wilderness pins. They had Hoop-de-Doo review pins, but since we didn't eat there, since it's still closed, I didn't get those pins. But I was happy to get one to commemorate where we stayed while we were at Walt Disney World. It's a pretty cool pin. Got the stables here with the horses and the trading post here and Mickey hiking. Here's another Halloween pin with Mickey. It says Happy Halloween. Uh-oh, apparently I wasn't supposed to buy this. It says Vacation Club member on it. Whoops, we're not that. So someone made a mistake by selling this to me, but I'm happy they did. It's a solid pin, nice colors. Pops, like I said, the jack-o'-lantern designs. I just love Disney's jack-o'-lantern designs. And Mickey looks great. And here's the last Halloween pin. It's Minnie with Figaro. She's dressed as a cat. So this is a double for my daughter and my wife. My wife likes Minnie. My daughter likes cats. So there we go. It's just a pretty pin. It's got glitter back here. You probably can't tell, but the background is like a glitter purple. Just looks really nice. Okay, what's in this bag? Oh, okay. These are not pins, but I'll show you since they're here. We got this keychain for my daughter. You say cat lady like a bad thing. We got this Mexico exhibit magnet. Has all the characters, 3 caballeros. Very nice. Just really liked this. Today we are shapers of the world of tomorrow. What a great saying. And Walt Disney's signature here. And it's made of wood. Very nice. And then we got this Fort Wilderness magnet. Now, I have to remember to take those upstairs and put them with the rest of our vacation magnets. Okay, next bag. Okay, this is just some random pins. Let's see what else is here. Something I got from my son. Other pins here. And the bag is officially empty. So here is the last of them. Here's a Mandalorian pin. Where I go, he goes. And we got Mando with little baby Yoda in his satchel here on the side. And it's just cute. I mean, great colors that pop. Just very cartoony and just a neat interpretation of the characters. Really liked it. Here is a rubberized pin. I mean, this is like the classic cutesy version of Grogu that we see everywhere. And it's that rubberized, like I said, that is a lot like the balloon on the Pooh pin. So just super cute. Unfortunately, I mean, it's kind of looks like any other Grogu merchandise nowadays. It doesn't really scream Disney pin, but it is. It's an official one. And super cute. Speaking of super cute, my wife wanted to get this with the otters from Finding Dory. Cuddle party. And this one, I mean, we just love Wally. We love the little romance, and it just says love. So we got that as a couple's pin, my wife and I. Here's another Moana pin, mostly for Hi here. The kids wanted this one. I loved this Coco pin, and I love Coco. It's a great movie, so I wanted to get this. Ah, this. Vincent from Black Hole. I mean, how often do you see Black Hole merchandise anymore? Too bad it doesn't lock down, but it does have a spring in there that he can hide his head and pop up. I wish they had a Bob or a Maximilian. I couldn't find them. I mean, I searched and searched, but I'm just happy that I was lucky enough to find Vincent. So, very cool. And the last one is a couples pin from Wally. And we got this one at the Character Warehouse for super cheap. And what's weird is we saw it at different stores within the parks and the resorts for full price. So kind of weird that it was at the outlet if it's still an active pin being sold. So I felt pretty lucky that we found it for a cheaper price. Anyway, thank you for sticking through this episode if you've made it to this part, and sorry if it was boring or self-indulgent, but I just wanted to take a look at the pins, and why not make some content while I'm at it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and back to me.
Okay, back to me. I hope that wasn't too painful for you all to sit through, and for those of you that made it to the end, thank you so much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I did. I love looking at the pins. I love the memories that they hold of the ones that we buy in the parks, and, you know, some of them commemorate certain things that we did that we haven't done before, and you know, they're just little reminders and just, yeah, little markers to memories and great times and great experiences. And yeah, that's just something that, you know, will be there forever within my family. And once we have that great display area, once we, you know, craft it, it'll be great for the kids to be able to look at it a little bit more than they do now, and to point out the rides that they rode, or the places that they've been, or the characters that they got to meet. Anyway, I've kept you long enough. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this, or any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad, and stay dorky.